You are entering a location next to a designated zone across the street from an area called time, space, and alternate reality. You may find yourself asking questions like, where did he acquire such a cool power-up? How do I get to that secret bonus level? And when will they release a new nifty hat for me? There are many of these questions, and we will do our best to answer as many of them as we can, as Aperture Gaming is proud to present the DLC Zone. Greetings, fellow test subjects. Test subject 1337 here for Aperture Gaming. They make it, we test it, you play it. And welcome to the first DLC Zone and the first Aperture Gaming of 2015. Woo! So how do we start off 2015 with a DLC that was promised to us in 2014? Now, this is Assassin's Creed Unity Dead Kings. Before I begin, now this was a DLC that we were supposed to get earlier on, but due to very poor technical release issues from when the game first came out, this game, which was paid for, this DLC, which was paid for, became free, and the money was put towards part of a free replacement DLC, but a full-length game, to which I also got one, but I'll skip ahead on it later. So I can understand why this was a paid DLC. This was a very, oh man, there's a lot of details to it. It's a full-length, full-story DLC. It's not just like a one-shot mission, then you're done, and it's not like silent or narration, just one of the characters. This is a very good DLC, so to all the people at Ubisoft who put in the time and effort to work on this DLC and to make sure it was working properly after what happened with the main game release, thank you very much. Yeah, so like I said, this is a paid DLC, but now it's somewhat free. So with that, let us discuss the Dead Kings. Alright, so I gotta warn you, I'm going to try to keep it as spoilery free as possible, but I do have to give some information. Like, I won't say at the ending, the butler did it! Because don't worry, there's no butler, and the butler's not responsible. Unless Arno magically becomes a butler. Okay, the joke's still over. Okay. So the events of Dead Kings take place at the end of the French Revolution. Well, the very violent, bloody craziness going on. Arno is in some place called France. It's listed below. It'll be listed here somewhere in this part of the screen, because I, for the life of me, do not know how to pronounce it. Sorry. Alright, so he is speaking. So Arno, his main goal is to figure out, his main goal is actually he wants to leave France. And as you can possibly tell, this is going to involve doing some things around town before he can get out of France. Now, this location, it's great. I really like it. I mean, it is small. It is smaller, incredibly smaller than what the main game offered. But like, we went to there was like a side area where you could travel off coach to called Versailles, I think. So this is roughly the size of Versailles. Okay. So while it's not the size of the main area, it's a good size. It offers variety. Like, it has like lots of buildings close together, buildings spaced apart, flat land, hilly land, and it's in a confined area. So you have a good amount of freedom, and you have different stuff to climb, run, and jump on. So it offers good variety for its location. All right. So mission-wise, you want to maybe like play 2 or 3 of the main missions before you start going off. Maybe 4 of them before you start going off and doing the side missions, because this is great. Even though it's a side DLC, it offers everything that the main game did. You can do a co-op heist. You can look for hidden symbols everywhere. You can stop robberies, do crowd events. And like, they brought back something from one of the earlier games. It was pretty awesome. There's like areas that are controlled by the local thugs. And you have to go around, so you have to go and find the leaders of these thugs. So this way, when they're gone, you then escape, and then the area, which was a giant red square where every guard would just be looking at you the instant you so much as set one foot inside the place, to just like a normal place with like a few guards here and there that constantly look at you. You know how the guards are. And let's see, there's also shops. There's And instead of the collectibles they have like the coat of arms things you had to look for, and they have like Napoleonic bi-corner or tri-corner hats. So that's what I really like about this. It offers everything the main game had, only even though it's in a smaller space, and it all coincides with the story. And the best part is, you have like your ground level, you have like running on top of the roofs, and like for the main story, you're underground, except you're not in sewers this time. There's like catacombs and ruins and all this like mining stuff that's going on. So you get a good variety of locations. So like I said, go a little bit forward in the main story before you try to explore the catacombs, because like some areas will be locked or areas you won't be able to get into. So just wait a little bit until you can get access to every place. It's pretty good. The main Arno is back, the main voice actor, and one of his illustrious comrades from the first game is also in there, and he also makes some new friends and some new foes. And it involves and the main story involves one of the side characters that Arno interacted with in the main game. So story-wise, I'd say it's pretty good. All right, so let's see. Now, I'll be honest. For the main game, I never used the guillotine gun, but based on the trailer, I was like, okay, that's going to be a factor, I thought. But when I first started up the game, I was just playing with my regular sword and pistol. I prefer one-handed combat because it's sword with one hand and gun with the other. But then later on in the game, you actually do acquire a guillotine gun, and I gotta admit, it works very good. I thoroughly enjoyed using it. Half close range melee, half projectile bomb launcher. It's pretty good. Sure, you don't, but because of this, you don't get to use a gun, so that's kind of the trade-off. Oh, now one thing while I was running around this new location is I kept getting updates that said my chest back at my headquarters was getting filled. So I was like, huh? Here's the best part. You can play the DLC. You can go in this level and play around, and then if you need to go collect the money, you can go back to your headquarters. So it doesn't just limit you to this one location. It's a fast travel spot, so you can go back and forth. So I liked that. It made me feel like I could. So if you want to go back and replay those levels, continue to collect the stuff, like if you missed anything, then it's really great. Another thing I liked was now, for those of you that have a cell phone with the Unity companion on there, it works, and there are like a couple of chests that are in this new location, and they are Unity connection, and you can unlock special things. Now, the map for there doesn't load up onto the Unity for the phone, so it's not that connection for the companion app. But there are some gold chests there. If you open them, you get like bonus money, and if you recall, there were costumes you could unlock. So there are some costumes that are hidden in this new location that, while they don't grant any stats, they just make Arno have a different attire than the regular one that he has. So yeah, that's just like one little hiccup there with the companion app, but it works pretty good. All right, so let's see. So it has a really good story. It has you on both street level, on the rooftops, in the catacombs. You have to go around a little bit. There's treasure chests that are off limits to everywhere, but here's what you have: like the antagonizer guards, you have the regular guards, you have your allies. It's really great. And of course, they have the options where like you can sneak in past this guy by causing a riot, or by pushing this button, or you can just check your grenades and whatever. And so I liked it. It feels very much like the original game, and so aside from harkening back to so it also harkens back to a previous game with a line that Arno says like a few missions in. So it's pretty good. I mean, the game is making references to other games, and now of course with every Assassin's Creed game there's always a piece of Eden, so you can be rest assured there's a piece of Eden involved in this DLC. So overall, we here at Aperture Games, we give the Dead Kings DLC, I give it a solid 9 out of 10. It lost points because of how long it took to release, the whole technical issues revolving around the main game, which led to its delay of release. And while I was playing the game, there were a couple of instances where I was playing the game and there were technical issues. Like I was trying to climb a wall or jump onto a wall, and there was a bug out with Arno having like a flailing animation, but he was physically stuck in the wall or next to the wall. Yeah, so there's a few issues to that. Also, it's a little weird trying to find... Some of the stuff is hidden. Like, you can have your eagle vision. Like, after you even do the synchronization on top of the building, and it's supposed to show you all the treasure chests and stuff, some stuff is hidden until, like, you're walking along and you're near it, or if you have your eagle vision activated. So, yeah, it's good, but it's just it missed being perfect by that much. Missed it by that much. Thank you, Max Smart. Get smart. It's an old TV show. But okay, anyway, so sorry for rambling on there, but thank you for watching the Aperture Gaming, and this has been the DLC Zone. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.